They turned muscle decline into a multi-billion-dollar system, and most people never even notice it happening because it doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, quietly, almost invisibly. One day you feel just a little more tired than usual. Another day, climbing stairs takes a bit more effort. Then suddenly, things that used to feel normal begin to feel heavier. And you're told the same thing every time. It's just age. But I want you to look at this differently, because in many cases, it's not just age, it's lack of the right support. Your body is still capable of maintaining strength far longer than most people realize, but only if it's given what it actually needs. Here's the part most people never hear. Your muscles don't weaken simply because time passes. They weaken when your body stops receiving the nutrients it depends on to repair and maintain them. And over the years, many people slowly move away from the very foods that once supported their strength. Not intentionally, just gradually, replacing simple, traditional meals with more processed, less nourishing options. And over time, the difference begins to show. But here's the good news. There are still simple ways to support your body without complicated routines, without extreme diets, and without relying on expensive products. And one of the most overlooked tools is something very basic: grains. Not refined grains, not heavily processed foods, but real, traditional grains that have been used for generations. These foods contain essential amino acids, minerals, and natural compounds that help your body maintain strength, support recovery, and keep your energy steady. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 8 of the most powerful grains you can start, including in your meals. We'll go step by step from number 8 to number 1. And I recommend staying with me until the end, because the last few on this list are often the ones people overlook the most, and yet they can make a noticeable difference when used consistently. Also, I'll share simple ways to prepare each one, because how you cook them matters more than most people think. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you something simple. Where are you watching from today? Let me know in the comments. I read them, and it's always interesting to see people joining from different parts of the world. Now, let's begin. Number 8, buckwheat. Buckwheat is often misunderstood. Despite its name, it's not actually wheat. It's a seed. And one of the most interesting things about it is that it naturally contains a complete set of essential amino acids. That's something you don't find in many plant-based foods. These amino acids are important because your body uses them to maintain and support muscle tissue. And as time goes on, getting enough of them becomes more important, not less. There have been studies observing older adults who included buckwheat regularly in their meals. Over time, they showed improvements in how their bodies handled physical activity and how well they recovered afterward. Let me give you a simple example. Tom is 70 years old. For most of his life, he stayed active without thinking much about it. But over time, he began to notice small changes. Carrying groceries felt heavier. Working in the yard required more breaks. At first, he thought he just needed more rest. But the feeling didn't go away. Then his granddaughter introduced him to buckwheat. Nothing complicated. Just a simple warm dish a few times a week. At first, he didn't expect much. But after a few weeks, he started to notice something. His legs didn't feel as tired after activity. He felt more stable when moving around. And gradually, he began doing more again without thinking twice. Buckwheat also contains magnesium and natural plant compounds that support circulation. That means your muscles receive oxygen more efficiently, which is important for both movement and recovery. It also helps maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. Instead of sudden drops after meals, your body gets a more balanced supply of fuel. And because it's naturally gentle for many people, it can be a good option for those who want something simple and easy to include. You can prepare it warm, mix it with vegetables, or use it as a base for meals. Now, let's move to number 7. Number 7, oats. Oats are something most people recognize, but very few people think of them as a way to support strength, and that's where they're often underestimated. Oats contain natural compounds that help your body manage everyday stress at the cellular level. Over time, this becomes increasingly important because as the body ages, it becomes more sensitive to internal stress, and that can affect how well your muscles recover and function. There have been studies showing that people who include whole oats regularly often experience better recovery and less fatigue during daily activity. Let's look at Joan, 66. For years, her mornings were simple: toast and tea. But gradually, she began to notice that even short walks felt more tiring, her legs felt less steady, and daily tasks began to feel heavier than before. She didn't change everything. She just made one small adjustment. She replaced her usual breakfast with oats, added some fruit, some seeds, kept it simple. Within a few days, she noticed her energy felt more stable. After a couple of weeks, she was walking longer distances without needing to stop as often. What makes oats helpful is their steady release of energy. Instead of quick spikes followed by drops, they provide consistent fuel. And that's exactly what your muscles need to function properly throughout the day. They also support digestion. And when digestion works well, your body is better able to absorb the nutrients it needs. You can eat oats warm, soak them overnight, or blend them into smoothies. The key is consistency. Now, let's continue. Number 6. Millet. Millet is one of the oldest grains people have used, but today it's often overlooked, which is surprising because it contains nutrients that support muscle function, recovery, and steady energy. It provides plant-based protein, magnesium, and phosphorus, and it also contains leucine, an amino acid that helps your body respond to the need for muscle support. Frank, 72, used to enjoy long walks, but over time, even stairs became something he tried to avoid. At first, he thought it was just part of getting older, but his wife decided to try something simple. She replaced white rice with millet a few times a week. Nothing drastic, just a small change. After a few weeks, Frank noticed that his energy didn't drop as quickly. Movement felt easier, and over time, he became more comfortable staying active again. Millet digests slowly, which helps your body maintain steady energy. And it's easy to prepare, similar to rice or couscous. Now, we're moving into the stronger part of the list. Number 5, sorghum. Sorghum is one of those grains that many people have heard of, but very few actually use. And that's interesting because it offers a combination of benefits that can be especially useful after 60. It contains resistant starch, natural antioxidants, and plant compounds that help your body use energy more efficiently. Why does that matter? Because over time, the body becomes less efficient at processing and using nutrients. And when that happens, even if you're eating regularly, your muscles may not be getting what they need. Sorghum can help support that process. Let me give you an example. Linda is 68. She had a simple routine: home-cooked meals and short daily walks. But over time, she noticed something changing. Her walks became shorter, her legs felt less stable, and she started needing more breaks than before. A friend suggested trying sorghum. At first, it was just a small addition, once or twice a week. Warm dishes, simple bowls, nothing complicated. After a few weeks, she noticed she could walk a little longer. After a bit more time, she didn't feel the same need to stop halfway through. What makes sorghum helpful is that it supports digestion and energy balance. A healthier digestive system helps your body actually absorb the nutrients you're eating, and that makes a real difference over time. You can cook sorghum like rice, add it to soups, or use it in simple grain bowls. Now, let's move to number 4. Number 4, quinoa. Quinoa may look small, but it offers a lot. It's considered a complete protein, meaning it contains all essential amino acids your body uses to support muscle tissue. It also provides magnesium, iron, and phosphorus, nutrients that help with movement, oxygen delivery and recovery. Maria, 71, loves spending time in her garden, but over time she found herself cutting that time shorter. Bending, standing, moving, it all became more tiring. Instead of changing everything, she made one simple adjustment. She started including quinoa in her meals a few times a week. Within a couple of weeks, she noticed something. She could stay active longer, she didn't feel as worn out afterward, and gradually, she began enjoying her routine again. Quinoa is also quick to prepare. It takes about 15 minutes, and it can be used in many different ways. Salads, warm dishes, even breakfast bowls. Just make sure to rinse it before cooking for better taste. Now, let's continue. Number 3, teff teff is one of the smallest grains in the world, but don't let its size fool you. It's very rich in nutrients that support steady energy and overall function. It contains iron, calcium, and important amino acids that help your body maintain and support tissue. Walter, 75, used to be very active, but over time, he started feeling tired much sooner than before. Even simple outings became more demanding. His family introduced teff into his meals. At first, it was just something new to try. But after a couple of weeks, he noticed a difference. He didn't feel as drained after activity. His endurance improved, and he felt more comfortable staying active longer. teff supports oxygen flow and helps your body maintain steady energy. It's also gentle on digestion and easy to include in meals. You can prepare it as a warm porridge, use it in baking, or mix it into other dishes. Now, we move to number 2. Number 2, amaranth has been used for centuries, and today it's gaining attention again for its nutritional value. It contains a full set of amino acids, along with natural compounds that support your body's internal balance. Carol, 70, had become less confident in her movement over time. She found herself holding onto furniture more often and moving more carefully. A family member suggested adding amaranth to her breakfast. She started with something simple, a warm bowl in the morning. After some time, she began to notice small changes. Standing felt more stable. Movement felt more controlled. And gradually, her confidence improved. Amaranth provides steady energy and supports your body in a gentle, consistent way. It can be cooked like a grain, used in porridge, or added to different meals. And now, we come to number 1. Number 1, wild rice. Wild rice is different from what most people think of as rice. It has a unique nutrient profile that supports your body in a more sustained way. It contains important amino acids and minerals that help your body maintain strength and steady energy. George, 76, had always been independent, but over time, even simple movements became more difficult. Getting up from a chair required more effort. Walking felt less stable. His son introduced wild rice into his meals. At first, it was just a change in taste, but over time, George noticed something. He felt more steady. Movement became easier, and daily tasks didn't feel as demanding. Wild rice provides long-lasting energy and supports your body's natural processes. For best results, it's important to prepare it properly. Soaking it and cooking it slowly helps preserve its qualities. And here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Changes in strength don't happen all at once. They happen gradually, but the same is true in the other direction. Small, consistent improvements can add up over time. The foods you choose every day matter more than you think. These grains are simple. They're natural, and they can be included in your routine without making things complicated. If you found this helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And let me ask you, have you tried any of these before? Or which one would you consider adding first? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.